Elizabeth, and welcome to Liz's Lens, where I review books, movies, television shows, and web series that I love and want to share with you. Okay guys, so it's been a minute since I have done a book review, but today I am making it up to you by doing a book review of A Voice in the Wind by Francine Rivers. A Voice in the Wind follows three protagonists. The unique thing about this book is that it's actually based in Bible times. So I would place it somewhere around the timing of the book of Acts. So this is after Jesus Christ has died, risen again, gone off to glory. And the Christians are being persecuted in Jerusalem and they all pretty much scatter. It's around that time this book starts off. In this book, the Roman Empire lays siege on Jerusalem, and that's where we meet our first protagonist, Hadassah, who is a Jewish girl who becomes a house slave in Rome. Our second protagonist is Marcus, who is a Roman aristocrat, a real wealthy young man living in Rome, and happens to be one of the people that are living in the house that Hadassah is a slave in. And we have Atreides, a young Germanic, is he that young? Anyways, he's a young Germanic tribe leader who gets captured and becomes a gladiator in Rome. In this first part of the series, we focus more on Hadassah and her faith and how it affects people around her. For Marcus, he's going through a change in his mindset and what he believes in, looking for something to fill the void in his heart. And for Atreides, really, he's just looking for freedom, not just physically, but mentally as well. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that my favorite book is As Sure as the Dawn by Francine Rivers. But that book is actually the third in a trilogy of books that she did. And that series is called Mark of the Lion series. A Voice in the Wind is the first book in that series. So I'm going to be reviewing that for you today. One thing I really love about A Voice in the Wind is its distinct characters. Guys, to be able to carry three protagonists in three different storylines and make it balanced and make me fall in love with each and every character in a way that's not like the other, sympathize with them all the same, even though they have different ideas, mindsets, goals, some of them even conflicting goals. It's very artistic, intelligent. You have to be very talented to be able to do that. And guys, this book has everything. If you want a love story, it's there. If you want action, it's there. If you want conflict in politics, it's there. Everything is there for your consumption. But I love the fact they never use any of those other things to overwhelm the main story, which is really the struggle going on in each of these characters' minds. This particular book is actually quite interesting in that it really is the taking off of the series. It doesn't end all nicely wrapped in a bow like, okay, this part of the story is over, now we're going to move on to the next person's story. No, because just when you think that the climax is going to hit and it's going to be a nice, everything is cleaned up, everything is nice and dandy kind of climax, things actually get like 10 times worse. And I think that that is a great echo to how things are in real life. You do everything that you can to get to the exact goal that you want to get to. You're hoping that everything works out right, then it doesn't. Such is life. And you have to figure out, okay, now what? It just got worse. Like everything just got worse. But I can assure you that in books 2 and 3, the answer to that question is given for each and every character. The takeaways that I got from this book, so I read it when I was in high school first, and I read it again for this review, and I had to ask myself this question, and I just got that it's good to question things. It's good to reach out for a better understanding, especially with something that you believe in, something that you base your life on. And I felt like, it just actually inspired me to go through Believer's class again, because I just want to be refreshed on the things that I should know about my faith. Sometimes living in, a great country like Canada, where so many things are done for you, so many things are being taken care of by a system, healthcare system, policing system, justice system. These systems are all, for the most part, working pretty well for us. we can kind of get lazy in our, let me not say we, let me not generalize, but I can kind of get lazy in my faith. But in other countries, it's, they're not as fortunate, and they really have to rely heavily on it, which means that they have to understand it. They have to have that knowledge. They have to build their faith, right? And whatever they want to have faith in. Yeah, there'll be some things that our brains just can't handle processing the answers to, but I think that there's a place for us to use our brains when it comes to our faith, and to not just blindly follow everything. It's good to question it so you know that you're standing on the solid rock. You're standing on a solid foundation. So that's one thing that's away from this book. All the details to find the book are in the description box below. And there's actually a girl on YouTube who went through the entire series and read it like an audiobook. So I left a link to her channel down below as well. Guys, this is the end of August Rush, where I spent the entire month filling you up with a bunch of binge-worthy content. And I think that we can agree that with over 1,400 pages in the entire series, yeah, you could end August. The next few days, you could spend it just on this book and still not finish. Guys, I had so much fun doing this review, and I hope that you had a lot of fun watching. I'm gonna see you next week with a new review. Bye.